punt this one away. And great coverage on special teams. They'll mark it down inside the 5-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Here we go, set.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And not really anywhere to go there. He'll take this up only to the 4. Here's a 2nd and 9.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, go.
They'll throw. It's Penix. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I really like this defensive play call. Knowing the offense is backed up on their own territory, take the fight to them. You know their first order of business is they're just trying to get some breathing room. Don't give it to them. Go attack. It's exactly what they were able to do, and that hit is what ultimately led to that incompletion.
London brought in motion.
19 tight, 19 tight. Mustang 19.
From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere.
At their own 46-yard line.
A tight end in motion now.
Alert, 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 alert.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nathan Landman. And now he loses the football. Still going. And he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Whoa. Have a friend in the right spot at the right time. The fumble, not a turnover, but a TD.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Saints will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. And the defense has it. And when we talk about momentum and trying to stop negative momentum, it's moments like this. Not only did you just give up the big score, but now, Greg, they've got to get that defense back on the field after the fumble.
Yeah, and on one sideline, you're riding high. I mean, the last 2 plays could not have gone any better. And then on the other sideline, they couldn't have gone any worse.
Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. Now for the 3rd time in the 1st quarter, he's been intercepted.
And on a possession where the offense really had their way on the ground, they got to kind of go back to the drawing board and say, is it worth putting the ball in the air? Yes, we want to generate points. We want to push the ball downfield, but none of that matters if you're going to keep turning the ball over.
Okay, ready?
1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Whoa! And that'll give him lots of room. Out of bounds, up beyond the 30-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Throwing now, Penix on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Brian Cook. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
Run.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Off he goes.
Well done here by the quarterback, realizing quickly in his progression that there's going to be nowhere to deliver the ball, but there was some space to pick some yards up with his feet. He's able to get out of bounds, picking up some positive yardage to make it a shorter third down attempt.
On the handoff, this is Miller. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll talk over what to do. What can they do here on third down and 7? Akers. Here's Blake Groupie for the Saints. A field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Groupie's kick is good. And the Saints will extend to a 10-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He'll start at the 4. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Ready.
From the gun, here is Penix. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. That's on the veteran. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Quincy Williams in there for the stop.
Ready up.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Let's go.
Here's Penix. He's got this. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Saints have got it.
Every team in the league, they work on scoop and score, and they got the scoop part right. I'll tell you what, he had a lot of lead blockers out in front of him. They were trying to get their buddy into the end zone for 6, but he's going to come up just short. But his offense now trots on the field on the doorstep of the goal line in prime position to come away with 6.
Quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal at the 3. Here's Miller. He'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Shaheed in motion. On 2nd down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead?
I can promise you that when that play caller sent that 2nd and short play in, he never imagined his next play call would be 3rd and long. But after that loss there, that's the case, and he's got to be scratching his head.
And he's in. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Saints. Touchdown number 9 for the year. Groupie now, on for the extra point. It's up and through. The Saints move further out in front. It is now 17-0. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Shut up. Check go.
Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Play action. It's Penix. Open man downfield. That's London. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Let's go now.
They'll throw on 1st down with Penix. To the goal line and in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Atlanta. Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Falcons are back in this one. It's 17-7. So out is Koo. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. This returnable from the 4. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. That's complete to his tight end. It's Dawson Knox. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play. Moore going in motion. On the ground, it's Akers. Here's a 2nd and 6. Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
They'll run here with Akers. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did to pick up the first down.
Trying to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Akers. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Running is Akers. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes 4th down. Here comes Blake Groupie for this field goal try. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Here we go, set.
To throw is Penix. He's got his man. It's Mooney.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
London brought in motion. On 2nd down, here's Penix. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
On first down, it's Penix. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Pete Werner.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
They send the tight end in motion.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
On first down is Mayfield. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
One final throw before the break. He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Now the lefty Penix on first down. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Woods. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Mayfield to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Here comes Blake Grupe for this field goal try. This about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Saints will extend their third quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
On 1st and 10, it's Penix. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Cook. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Second half, and the defense continues to be item 1 in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick 6 here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Give, and here comes Robinson. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Another run here for Robinson. Robinson to the 20. The speed on display. He's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Falcons. 2 touchdowns for him in the game and 60 on the year. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. And now, after the big play, got to cut that celebration short because they're going to stay out and go for 2. They'll go again with Robinson. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stopped him short. No gain. So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Shaheed in motion.
King! Okay.
Throwing is Baker. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now a handoff, running right. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Richie Grant up from the secondary to get in on that one. Here's 3rd and 7. Olave is the motion man. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Saints lining up in punt formation. He'll punt for the second time after hitting a beauty in his first effort. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line.
Let's go. Ready.
And here's Bijan. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Go.
London brought in motion.
18, Pioneer. Ready.
Now Penix to throw on second down. Now he takes off. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line. They get 22 yards there. It's good for a Falcon first down.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
Now Penix. And that is incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll be second down.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off. And now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on one or two of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Let's go now. Check, Panther. Ready.
On third down, Penix. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And the Falcons are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here.
Here we go.
First down and goal. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're...
And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Michael Penix. Touchdown, Atlanta. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The offense staying put. They will go for 2. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And a big conversion for 2. And it's a 1-score game The deficit is only 8. So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
I half expected to see all 11 defenders piled up on top of him at the end of this run to make sure he was finally down, because a couple times on that run, it looked like he was cooked, only to shake off those tackles and keep on cooking.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Handoff here, up the middle, and he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. They will have it at the 24-yard line. That's enough for a 1st down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
On play action, Mayfield. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often. And it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
2nd down throw for Mayfield. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Akers. And this defense holds its ground. They stop him for no gain, and 4th down's coming up.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive. They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. Here's Penix. Quick throw here is complete. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
That's caught. It's Charlie Werner, the tight end. A big play there on second down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased.
Let's go. Ready?
They'll throw. It's Penix. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now third down.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route.
They pick up a nice chunk play there through the air on 3rd down, but it's not quite enough to move the chains. Now the question is, how aggressive is this head coach willing to be as he tries to extend this drive?
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. 4th down, and here's Penix. That's taken in. Still on the move. And he will score. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown Falcons. Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a two-part story? Part 1 taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this two-point conversion here to tie it up.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he will get into the end zone for 2, and this game is tied. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll get it going on the ground with Miller. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Akers. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
Regular.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack. And we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Now, on 2nd and long.
Hey, alert 33. Cut.
They'll drop to throw. Now he'll run it.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the 1st down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. They go play action with Mayfield. That ball intercepted.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, We'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
This is 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Robinson. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Here's 2nd down.
Trap 60, trap 60. Here we go, shot. 18, rattler, 18, rattler. Ready?
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. London brought in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. That ball intercepted. And the Saints are going to get the football at their own 40.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a 1st down. Miller. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone. I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And the crowd a major factor now as we get to 3rd down. Now, faking the give. That ball intercepted. Picked off by Clark Phillips. And he will be out of bounds. Partner, we've got more football. We are heading to overtime. So, overtime coming up, not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets 1 possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. 4 quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. This taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Mayfield. In trouble, and down he goes.
I they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll run here with Akers. And a nice run there. He'll get 8 to the 28-yard line. Third down and 9. Here's Akers. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up 4th down.
That was just a race to the edge, and in this case, Mike, he just wasn't the winner. I mean, at this point, when the defense is out there waiting for you, it's tough for any runner in this league to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. Now a first throw here in overtime. And that is incomplete. They took a chance on this opening drive of OT. And now this game changes dramatically as they turn it over on down.
Mike, I understand that aggressive play calling is sweeping the NFL, but this situation right here, your best chance of winning is pinning them deep with a punt, putting your defense back out there, and hopefully getting the ball back. But right now, giving your opponent a short field all but gives up all your chances of winning this game.
They run over center with Robinson. He'll be bogged down. Short pickup to the 25. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, here is Penix. That one knocked away and incomplete. Bijan Robinson, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it'll be 3rd down.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout.
A 39-yard attempt.
Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout. So here comes Younghoe Koo in a pressure spot. This one to win it in overtime. This kick is good. He got it. So it's a win here for the Falcons. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here at OT. And the final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Falcons are winners as we say so long from Atlanta.